Hey guys, Luther here from Luther's Woodworking. Today's project is basically my own design. I know a lot of woodworkers out there that do scroll saw work. They will cut out somebody's name out of the wood. Um, it's something that's easy to do, so I'm going to just show you here what I do. It's a little different. I've not seen it done basically online yet. I don't know. Maybe it has. I don't know. Let me just move my camera here and I'll show you what we're going to be doing here. Um, Basically, we're going to be cutting out a scroll saw name. Now, I do have a video out there on my channel that you can look at. It's got me cutting out some names, shows you how to do it. But if you can see here, this has got a little bit of a little bling to it. You know, it's got this top foam piece to it, a little shiny. I'm going to show you how to put that on your names when you cut them out, because it's done a little different so you don't damage or wreck the top of this foam. So what it is basically is these foam sheets. You can buy these foam sheets in Hobby Lobby, any craft store. You can buy them any color you want. Here's a pink one, there's a green one, sparkly. Today we're going to be using the blue. And what I did was just take a piece of wood. And now, first thing, what I want to go back and say, you have to go to Inkscape or some sort of word program, something that you can edit and create patterns or names with different fonts. And what I did was, because you don't want to, you can't put your pattern on the top of where the foam is right here. I glued this foam on this piece of wood, the sparkly foam, with this professional contact adhesive. That's the first thing you got to do, is get yourself a piece of 3/4 inch pine and glue your piece of foam to that. And what I did was just cut around the edges to make it all even with the board. And that's going to actually be the bottom of your piece when you go to make this name. You'll actually set that down, and then you're going to go to your word program, and I use Inkscape. Find the font that you want, size it whatever size you want to do. Say, type your name out, create your pattern. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take that name, whatever name you got on your program, and you're going to need to have to flip it vertical so it's upside down. You can see here this name, Luther, Luther, it's actually upside down. And that's the way you got to have it. See, so when you flip this, you can see, and I don't know if you can see it in the light right here. Let me bring my camera here a little. I don't know if you can see it, but it's upside down there. If you flip it back up, you can see the actual name. Hopefully you can see this. You can see the name is correct. So what you got to do is create this pattern in Inkscape, Word, whatever program you're using, and then you got to find the option where you can flip it vertically so it's upside down. And then what you're going to do is put your foam on your board, but that's going to be the bottom for now, because you want it to end up with the sparkly stuff in the front of your name. So what you're going to do is take that and you're going to glue that. I use tape. You're going to have to put tape, because normally when you make these names, you don't have this foam on here. So you would just print your name out, glue it to the board, and cut it out. But because you want the foam on there, you can't really glue anything to this foam. You can't really lay it on there and trace it, because you're going to damage this, whatever you're going to put on the front right here. So you put that on your board, flip it over, put tape on the back, and you glue that name to the back right here. Because when you flip this back over, that's going to create your name. It's going to go on this side here. Here's the name I got done. It's going to go on this side. You're going to cut it out, actually upside down. And when you flip it back over, the name is going to be correct with all the sparkly stuff on the other side. These are really fun to make. It kind of adds a little bling to your project. So I got my name printed out. I flipped it vertically. We're just going to glue this on this piece of wood. And what I use to glue it on, all I got here is just this professional contact cement. I'm just going to spray some on this piece off camera right here. And we're going to glue this on. Now you want to make sure you glue it on right. And keep all the name on the board, because you're going to cut around this whole name. So here we got the name. It's upside down vertically, and that's how you're going to cut it. And when you flip it, the name is going to have that sparkly stuff on this side. This is a great idea. If you do a lot of gifts for people, you can cut people's names out, and there's a multiple ways you can, different things you can buy to put on here. You can use decorative paper, you can use anything. I'm just using this foam sparkly stuff. I don't even know what they call it. But we're going to head over to the scroll saw and cut this out. I got a few interior cuts that we got. I'm going to have to drill some holes. I'll do that, and then we're going to head over to the scroll saw and cut this out, and we'll be done. All right, here at the scroll saw now, because you're going to be putting your sparkly stuff that you put on the other side on your scroll saw like this, you want to try to keep your scroll saw clean. Make sure there's nothing on it to get on that nice piece that you put on the other side. Sawdust will just brush right off. So I got my interior holes drilled. Sometimes they are hard to find. But here we got one right here, so let's just do these interior holes quick. Because you want to do them first because you got more to hang on to. Okay, we have the interior cuts all cut. We're just going to cut out the outside of this name. are done cutting this out, is it doesn't really take long cutting these out. And like I say, that sawdust really doesn't really matter. It'll come off the names really well. Just got to wipe it off a little bit. And this is the name right here. Let's head back over to the workbench and I'll talk a little bit more about this and then we'll call it a video. Alright, back at the workbench. You can see the name turned out really nice. It adds a little bling to your name. It looks a little better than plain wood name that you can cut out. You can do this any size you want depending on the font you want to use. Whatever font you want to use, you just need to go to Inkscape, Word. There's a lot of programs out there that you can design your own names for scroll saw work. This right here is a Cooper Black, I think they call it. And then make sure that you flip it vertically. And here you got to remember to take your tape off the back side because we had to put blue tape on. So you just got to remember to take all this tape off the back. And these really don't take that long to make. You'll see the video is not going to be real super long. And these are great for birthday presents or whatever. Make names for anybody in your family. And you don't have to use this decorative foam. You can use decorative paper. You can use a whole bunch of different things you can put on here. You just got to glue it on one side of your board, flip it over, put your name on the other side and cut it out. And when you flip it back, you got the name. These are really cool, and like I say, you can do all different types of colors, all different colors. I'll put a link to my video, because I do have a video. If you don't have a computer program or anything like that, or you can actually use a stencil, the stencil name on the wood. You can draw it on by hand. You don't have to use a computer to print it out. They got these stencils here. I'll put the video up for that. But if you have a computer, it makes it a lot easier. You can just print out your whatever name you want and stick it to your piece of wood. So this turned out really nice. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell and give me a thumbs up. And we will see you on the next video.